Well, a lot of people talk about EIN only funding, but they have no idea what they're talking about. So in today's conversation, I want to clarify topics a little more, but also I want to share with you the top 5 startup business loans using EIN. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome City Q Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you had to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to share with you the top 5 startup business loans using the EIN. And one thing I want to do is number 5, seek business capital. And I want to clarify that with the seek business capital. First of all, our score 8.5 over 10. What we love about Seek Business Capital is that you basically have a streamlined application process, okay? Here is a company that has been funding a lot of startups and established businesses with EIN only in the last 10 years, more than 10 years. And we love the fact that they have a 3-step process, okay? You choose the funding you need, so they actually offer a variety of ways to secure funding for you on an EIN only basis. So they have revolving lines of credit to term loans. This is really good. And so you choose the option that you want. You apply in minutes. So they have made it very easy for you to apply and find the let's say the loan option you're looking for. And once you have chosen the option that you want, you actually get a dedicated agent. This is really good, okay? So once you have been approved for funding, you will receive a dedicated agent. So this agent will help you and help you get your funds as soon as possible. Wonderful, okay? So when you think about Seek Business Capital, think about a few things. No collateral required, totally unsecured. You apply under 2 minutes. Startup business funded, okay? Established business funded. No financials or tax returns. Flexible payment options. Fantastic. Now, what is the loan typology that Seek Business Capital covers? You have equipment financing, short-term loans, invoice factoring, small business loans, SBA loans, restaurant loans. Wonderful. And what type of companies they cover? Well, startups, I said this before, companies with bad credit, expanding companies, seasonal companies, opportunistic companies. This is really wonderful. Companies with 2 to 3 years of financials, established companies with more than 5 years of consistent revenue. So you can see that there is a variety of companies that they fund, okay? And so when you think about Seek Business Capital, you have short-term business loan options going from $5,000 to $500,000. Wonderful, okay? And then you have invoice factoring options for $5,000 to $500,000. You have best small business loans up to $500,000. You have best restaurants loans and financing options from $5,000 to $500,000. Wonderful. Number 4, folks, we have Tillful. Our score 9 over 10. Here is another big player, a wonderful player. We love Tillful. So when you think about Tillful, you are thinking about simplicity, okay? And you think about transparency. What we love is that simplicity in the sense that you get your money real fast. You get your money, you apply simply. They actually have changed the rules of the game, if you will. And we love the fact that they are constantly innovating, okay? With Tillful, you have you have 3 steps also, okay? So you apply online, so you submit your business information and get instantly matched with your personal lending advisor, okay? You chat with your rep, your lending advisor, so this person will give you a quote for how much you qualify for and will walk you through the application process. So you are never alone, okay? You are always accompanied, and then you get funded. So the third step is you compare your offers, you lock down your funding, and you take the next step in your business journey. This is really good. So when we talk about Tillful, we are talking about what, folks? We are talking about a variety of loans, term loans, equipment financing, merchant, cash advances, lines of credit, cash flow loans, credit cards. Yeah, Tilful actually even work with credit card issuers. This is really good. So when we talk about term loan, what are we talking about? We are talking about a kind of loan that is that will be under $500,000. Okay, and this is great for established businesses, startups, and it's great also if you are looking for getting favorable rates. Then you have equipment financing. Okay, so this is great for startups and businesses, startups and established businesses looking to make big purchases. Okay, so if you have let's say you have a big piece of machinery that you're trying to buy, and you know that right now you have no cash to actually take care of the purchase on a cash basis, get a loan. And also merchant cash advance. This is really good. So basically, this is great for businesses with no business credit history, startups with no business credit history, businesses with poor credit, and if you're looking for speed and convenience. Okay, you can also apply for a line of credit with Tilful. This is great for startups and established businesses who want flexible funding as needed, as quickly as needed. Okay, and if you're looking for speed, of course, and convenience, this is really cool. And they have what we call a cash flow loan. So this is what I was talking to you earlier in terms of simplicity. So they have made the whole thing simple for borrowers. So if you're looking for a working capital loan or a cash flow loan, this is also great. And this is great for this kind of loan is great for businesses who want to finance everyday operations, including startups. So all the loans that they have, maximum $500,000. Number 3, folks, we have here Fundbox. I will score 9 over 10. When you think about Fundbox, I want you to think about a platform that actually makes funding real fast for your startup with EIN only, okay? Not just for startups, but also for established businesses, okay? And we are talking about here, we're talking about flexible credit up to $150,000, okay? So the limit here is not $500,000, it's $150,000. Hey, but guess what? This is really good also, because if you can get $150,000, you can do a lot of stuff with $150,000. Okay, you're able to manage your cash flow. You're able to expand your business. You can actually take care of suppliers, take care of inventory, all that kind of stuff. Okay, you can manage accounts receivable. You can invest in growth. You can cover payroll. This is really important, right? Because you never want to worry about paying your team, whatever the timing of other expenses. Really important. So Fundbox has solutions for startup owners, for business owners like you. So we're talking about lines of credit, revolving business line of credit up to $150,000, and the timing is 12 or 24 weeks. This is kind of good, okay? And your available credit goes back up as you pay. No prepayment penalty. This is kind of cool if you were to ask me. And then you have term loans. So here you have lump sum business loans up to $150,000, okay? And for this one, you repay over 24 or 52 weeks. No origination fee, no prepayment penalty, okay? So when we talk about Fundbox, I want you to remember 2 things: lines of credit and term loans. And either option, maximum $150,000. So when you think about Fundbox, why do you go with Fundbox? Well, they help businesses like yours grow and thrive. They actually, they have their whole operation is designed for small businesses, okay? And they keep things very simple. In other words, as I was telling you about simplicity, they keep things very simple. And in terms of paperwork, in terms of the application process, okay, how does the whole thing work? Okay, so you apply in 2 easy steps. So you let them evaluate the health of your business to get you a fast credit decision, okay? First, share some basic information about your business. Then connect your accounting software and business checking account, or just your checking account by itself. So applying is free and will not affect your credit score, okay? And so you choose your terms. So if approved, you choose an amount to borrow up to your approved limit and your repayment plan, and review the fees upfront. The offer is valid for 30 days and funds transfer right away, okay? And you pay them back over time. You repay in equal installments over the course of your 24 or 52 week plan. So basically, you have to choose if you have to decide if a term loan is right for you. It really depends upon your startup. It depends upon, because there are consequences in terms of a term loan versus lines of credit. So it's totally up to you. Number two, folks, we have here Rapid Finance. Our score 9.5 over 10. Rapid Finance is another great player, folks. Wonderful player. And here is a company that will really work with you. I mean, we love lenders like Rapid Finance because they're there for borrowers. They want borrowers to succeed. This is really good. I mean, all lenders for that matter, want borrowers to succeed, but Rapid Finance is a firm that really shows it, okay? And so with Rapid Finance, you get the funds to meet your needs, your business needs, including the needs of your startup. And we are talking about EIN only, okay? And we are talking about working capital loans, loans for location expansion, technology upgrade, equipment leasing, marketing solutions, debt consolidations. So you really have a whole variety of loans, okay? And you can see on the screen here that so they have asset-based loans. I really want to quickly go through the loans so you have an idea of the loan terms, okay? And so here, for instance, you have asset-based loan, you have commercial real estate loan, and merchant cash advance. So those three are collateralized loans, right? Collateralized loans, whether the collateral is accounts receivable for merchant cash advance or real estate for commercial real estate loan and other asset-based loan. Also, those are collateralized loan, but you can see the amounts we are talking about. What about 50 grand to 2 million, 10 million in some cases. This is really great. And then the second screenshot we have here, small business loans, lines of credit, bridge loans. Again, all these funding programs, folks, can be structured as EIN only or without EIN. It's totally your call, okay? So here you have small business loans up to $1 million. And for lines of credit, we're talking about $250,000. That's the maximum, okay? And a bridge loan, you're looking at 1 million. So you can see that it's always around $1 million, $500,000, and all that kind of stuff. And the third screenshot is you have SBA loan, invoice factoring, okay? And you have asset-based loan, okay? So the process with Rapid Finance is very simple also. So you complete an online application, you review your option, the funds are available within hours, you make automatic payments, and that's it. And you have the capital. You can start your business. You can expand your business, whatever you need, okay? And with Rapid Finance, what we love is that you have transparent quotes. You have a network of partners, and you have an easy-to-use client portal. The user friendliness of their client portal is just fantastic. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. I hope you are doing fantastic. We are still here having a conversation about the top 5 startup business loans using EIN. Number 1, folks, we have Lendio. Our score, 10 over 10. And when I talk about Lendio, we are talking about not a direct lender. We are speaking about a marketplace lender, okay? And Lendio has more than 75 lenders in its network. So it's really a platform that helps you actually get in contact with lenders. That's just fantastic. And with Lendio, what we love is that the application is centralized. You have one central application that gets dispatched to more than 75 lenders, okay? So you apply in just 15 minutes. You fill out one simple application. There is no fee or obligation, and this will not impact your credit score. So after applying, you compare options, and you get funded in as little as 24 hours. This is really good, okay? And the one thing you want to understand from Lendio is that this is actually the ultimate lending marketplace, okay? They actually they offer lines of credit, equipment financing, short-term loan, accounts receivable financing. This is really good, okay? So you're trying to really make sure that you don't have liquidity holes in your operations anymore. This is important. You want to stop that. So with the loan or line of credit from Lendio, you can actually stop that. And we love the fact that with Lendio, you have a funding available in all states. You have a wide range of funding options, and you have positive ratings and reviews from that platform. Okay. And some cons that we don't like is that they don't work with all lenders, and there's not much information available for each funding solution. Okay, so when you think about Lendio is great if you want to be thorough. If you're not sure what funding options is best for you, if you want to work with a reputable company, so because they have advisors who will let you know that, hey, listen, we can get you this loan, or this loan might not be the best option for you. Okay, and Lendio is not really good for you if you value privacy and you want to thoroughly vet a lender first, because Lendio will do it for you. If you want to qualify for a Lendio business loan, it really depends. The requirements are different based on the financing that you need. Okay, but overall, they're very flexible, and they use EIN only. They can also do without EIN. It's totally up to you. And so you have for business lines of credit, the minimum is $50,000. For equipment financing, minimum the same thing, $50,000. If you're looking for a term loan, the minimum is $25,000. And in most cases, you are looking at $250,000 as maximum. I have a bonus for you folks. If you have made it so far, I really appreciate it. And I want to share with you a bonus, and we have here Toro Capital. I was scored 8.5 over 10. So when you think about Toro, I really want you to think about EIN only business funding for startups and for established businesses for that matter. And what we love with Toro is that you have two programs at Toro. You have established businesses, and then you have startups. Okay, and depending on how long your startup has been in operation, they might actually consider that startup as an established business. So if you've been around for 6 months or 9 months or 12 months, you can actually qualify for either program. Okay, and so when we talk about Toro, let me first give you the funding for an established business. You can get up to $575,000 for a business expansion, working capital, emergency cash, or anything your thriving business needs. This is kind of cool because you basically have access to a platform. And by the way, Toro Capital is a direct lender. Okay, it's not a platform. You basically input your information and they'll get back to you. The cool thing is the funding limit is very high. You are talking about $575,000. This is wonderful. So this is for established businesses. Now let me talk to you about startups. So if you have a startup right now and you are looking for EIN only business funding, Toro can actually provide you up to $125,000 in startup capital. Okay, no hassle, fast funding. Wonderful. And what we love is that they're not really asking like too complicated questions. They have a very simple process. Obviously, you need to provide your financials. You need to provide information about the business, licenses and permits, some kind of legality in the industry you're in. But overall, you're looking at a very simple process. Okay, and so the maximum here is $125,000 with a Toro for startup fundings. Okay, and they are also actually providing funding at various steps of your operations. We're talking about development. For instance, if you have a business idea, you can turn the idea and dream of owning a business into reality. So they will cover business development costs, make critical purchases, licensing, patents, and trademarks. So they will provide the funding. Okay. They also give you operational cash flow for startups or for investments. So whether you want to actually start a new company or you want to purchase an existing company. Okay. And how does the whole thing work? How does Toro work? Really clearly is you apply it online, you get fast approvals and same-day funding. You tell them about your business. Okay, you got to complete a short application online, and you have. So what we love is that Toro syndicated investors will provide the capital your business needs. Okay, wonderful. So overall, one thing I want to say here is that when we are talking about startup business loans using EIN only, we are talking about a few things. Okay, it's important to understand that you have to apply a specific way. You just don't wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to look on the application form, and instead of a social security number, they will ask me for my EIN. It doesn't work that way. It's not a substitute. EIN is not a substitute for a social security number, okay? There is an entire process that you have to put in place to apply for EIN only business funding. And when we talk about, you got to take care of your business and personal credit scores. Yeah, this might sound counterintuitive, but it's important if you are going with EIN only to take care of your business credit score, particularly your business credit score, okay? Because we are speaking about EIN only, we are speaking about business credit. Very important. Your personal credit doesn't matter that much, but again, you just want to take care of it anyway. They might ask you for your annual business revenue and profits. So even if you are a startup, please be ready to provide some kind of projections, okay? Projected data, okay? And they will ask you time in business. Some lenders want you to be in business for 3 months. Some want you to be in business for 6 months. It all depends on the industry. It depends on your company, okay? In some cases, they will look at your debt to income ratio to make sure that your business is viable from a liquidity perspective. They might ask you for your debt service coverage ratio also in some cases. It's important, okay? And if you have to provide collateral for secure loans, they might want to evaluate the health of that collateral, the value of the collateral. This is very important, okay? So when we talk about collateral, we are speaking about business assets you can pledge, okay? This could be short-term assets like inventory and accounts receivable, or long-term assets such as property, plant, and equipment. Okay, so I just want you to have a clear idea of what we're talking about here, okay? And remember that your industry matters a lot. The kind of industry you're in will affect the macro risk that the lender will assign to your industry. And also, please pay attention to your business plan. Make sure that things are polished. Make sure that the content is impeccable so you can actually talk about financial projections, the purpose of using the funds. You have to provide an industry outlook and a solid competitive analysis so that the lender understands that you understand the industry you're working in. Okay, so this is really good. So when we talk about EIN only funding for startups, there are certain documents that you need to actually provide. And folks, I want to make sure that you provide those elements very clearly. And don't tell me that you are so busy you don't have time or whatever. No, we are serious here. If you are looking for a large amount of cash, you better be ready to plan appropriately, right? So we are talking about bank statements. Some lenders want you to connect your accounting software or your bank account to their system. And some are pretty cool if you just provide the bank statements. This could be the last 3 months, the last 6 months, and whatnot. We are talking about business and personal tax returns. So your 1065, your 1120, and your 1040. Okay. Obviously, if you do everything EIN only, you are only providing your business tax returns. And what about your business licenses and permits? Boss, I want you to listen to me. Those are important also. Okay, we are speaking about business funding, business lending, but business licenses and permits are critical in the sense that they actually lend a sense of credibility to your company. Think about it. So your company is seen as, the lenders will start seeing your company as legit. You are also talking about proof of collateral. They want to have some information about your balance sheet. So we are speaking about your statement of financial position. That's the other name for balance sheet. And they might want to see, in some cases, a copy of your commercial list. Okay, disclosure of other debts. What about accounts payable and accounts receivable aging? This is kind of cool too. Okay, those are important elements. And ownership and affiliations about the business. So what I'm giving you here is a list of important information and important documents that the lender might ask. They might ask, depending on the lender that you choose ultimately. Okay, and they might seek information about legal contracts and agreements that surround the business. In some cases, they might want to have proof of a business insurance. Okay. Sometimes they might want to see your payroll records to make sure that you are in sync and you are in compliance with the local tax withholding laws. It's important not only at the federal level, but also at the state level. They might want to see your incorporation documents. And last but not the least, your business plan. So we are talking about a constellation of documents that the lender might ask. All right, folks, before I close this conversation, please check out this loan evaluation approach video. We have a strict methodology on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing startup business loans using EIN only. All right, folks, here is the recap of today's conversation. We have Lendio, 10 over 10. We have Rapid Finance, that's 9.5 over 10. We have here Fundbox, 9 over 10. We have Tilfo, 9 over 10. And we have Seek Business Capital, that's 8.5 over 10. And in our bonus category, we have Toro Capital, 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.